n can be written as p1 raised to power alpha 1 into p2 raised to power alpha 2 and so on ps raised to power alpha s, where alpha i's are positive integers, and your p1 is less than p2 and so on, it is less than p of s, is said to be a prime power decomposition of n और प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन। अगर हम n को इस फॉर्म में एक्सप्रेस कर दें जिसमें पावर्स में जो अल्फाज हैं वो हों पॉजिटिव इंटीजर्स and each p1 is less than p2 is less than ps, then we say it as prime power decomposition. We have an example using a fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Prove that log of 3 with base 2 is an irrational number. This is we have to prove. And for the proof of this, we will use the contradiction method. So suppose if possible, log of 3 to the base 2 is a rational number. We have a suppose on the contrary of that. What we want to prove, हम रैशनल इरेशनल प्रूव करना चाहते हैं और हम सपोज कर लेते हैं कि ये एक रैशनल नंबर है, और अगर हम इसको रैशनल मान रहे हैं तो इट कैन बी एक्सप्रेस्ड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ p over q. p is not equal to q and q should be non-zero. This is the meaning of rational, and p and q are positive integers. This is the definition of rational. Now you know that removing log, if we remove log, it can be written as 3 is equal to 2 raised to power p over q. ये बन जाएगा log हटाने के बाद. And we know that since 3 is a number which is greater than 1, और fundamental theorem of arithmetic कहती है कि every integer which is greater than 1 can be uniquely expressed as a product of primes, 2 or more primes. This is the statement of a fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Every integer n greater than 1 can be expressed as a prime or a product of 2 or more primes. So we know that therefore 3 can be written as a product of 2 or more primes. ये 3 को भी हम लिख सकते हैं by using fundamental theorem of arithmetic, और 3 क्योंकि इसके इक्वल है, 3 is equal to 2 raised to power p over q, therefore 2 raised to power p over q can be written as a product of 2 or more primes, but 2 raised to power p over q is not an integer. इंटीजर नहीं है ये. इंटीजर क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि p और q बराबर नहीं होंगे. अगर p और q बराबर नहीं होंगे तो p over q is either greater than 1 or it is less than 1. और अगर p over q greater than 1 है, suppose p over q comes out to be, suppose p over q comes out to be 3, then 2 raised to power 3 तो 8 उस केस में इंटीजर है. But if p over q is less than 3, suppose that is 2 by 7, then in that case 2 raised to power 2 by 7 is not an integer. So it is not an integer always. So general लिखने का मतलब ये है कि 2 raised to power p over q is not an integer. It means 2 raised to power p over q is not an integer always. तो अगर ये integer नहीं है तो 3 को तो हम लिख सकते हैं. 3 can be written as a product of 2 or more prime. और फंडामेंटल थ्योरम और अर्थमेटिक से क्योंकि 3 इसके बराबर है तो इसको भी लिखा जाना चाहिए. बट ये तो कंट्राडिक्शन हो गया क्योंकि ये तो इंटीजर है ही नहीं. ये इंटीजर नहीं है, ये इंटीजर है. दिस इज ए कंट्राडिक्शन. सो दिस इज ए contradiction, and this proves that this is contradiction to the fact that it satisfies the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So it means it will not satisfy fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So therefore log of 3 with base 2 is not a rational number. So if it is not a rational number, then it is an irrational number. Is an irrational number. This is one of the important example. इसी तरह से हम लोग छोटे क्वेश्चन भी कर सकते हैं. फाइंड द prime factorization of 7 to 9, suppose, and you know that 7 to 9 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So this is 3 raised to power 6 because you can make the factors of 3 and this comes out to be like this. Then this comes out to be like this. तो ये हमारा जूनियर क्लासेस में हमने बहुत बार करा हुआ है. तो ये चीज एक तरह से हम लोग वहां से ले सकते हैं. सो दिस फैक्टराइजेशन इज डन बाय टेकिंग और बाय डूइंग दिस. एंड इससे हमारे पास ये चलता है. दिस इज द प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन. प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन हमारे पास बन जाता है. प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन का मतलब ये है कि ये जो नंबर है 7 to 9, it is an integer. It should be expressed as a product of primes only. हम लोग एक ये भी एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं. 1 2 6 1 2 6 आता है 2 into 3 into 3 into 7. So that come out to be 2 power 1, 3 power 2 and 7 power 1. So 2 3 7 is all are prime numbers. Similar is the way in which we can have the value of 10 factorial, that is 10 into 9 into 8 and so on up to 1. अब इसमें 10 भी आ रहा है, 8 भी आ रहा है, 9 भी आ रहा है. ये प्राइम नंबर नहीं है, बट हम इसको फर्दर ब्रेक कर सकते हैं. और फर्दर ब्रेक करने के बाद ये बन जाता है 2 raised to power 8, 3 raised to power 4, 5 raised to power 2 and 7 raised to power 1. So 2 3 5 7. So इसकी जो फैक्टराइजेशन बन जाती है, ये एक इंटीजर है. This is the factorization and it has been factorized into a product of primes. One more important result related to this is this is in the form of a theorem. A positive integer n is prime if and only if it is not divisible by any prime less than or equal to its square root. और n का स्क्वायर रूट क्या होता है? स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ n. So n is prime if and only if it is not divisible by any prime which is less than or equal to its square root. This is we need to prove. And let us take this side. Let n be a positive integer. Then by definition there exists a positive integer a such that a divides n and 1 less than a less than n. This is by algorithm, division algorithm. क्योंकि अगर वो कोई इंटीजर डिवाइड करता है n को तो वो एग्जैक्टली डिवाइड करता है. Therefore, n can be written as a product of a and some another integer b, which is also greater than 1. b is also a positive integer. Now, what we have, we need to prove that a या तो स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ n होना चाहिए और या b स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ n होना चाहिए, क्योंकि वही डिवाइड करेगा. ये देखिए, दिस इज वी हैव टू प्रूव n is prime if it is not divisible by any prime less than or equal to its square root. So this is we have to use here. Suppose if possible, suppose हम कर लेते हैं और इसको कंट्राडिक्शन मेथड से प्रूव कर देंगे. हम सपोज कर लेते हैं कि a n के स्क्वायर रूट से बड़ा है एंड, और नाम लिखिए, अब एंड लिखिए क्योंकि इसके कॉन्ट्रैरी मान रहे हैं, एंड b इज ग्रेटर देन स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ n. दिस इंप्लाइज दैट, मल्टीप्लाई करिए इसको, इसके साथ मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो आपके पास आ जाएगा ab इज ग्रेटर देन square root n, that is n, which is a contradiction. And it is a contradiction to this one. Name it as number 1. Contradiction to n, because n is equal to ab. यहाँ पर देखिए n ab के बराबर है और यहाँ पर ab क्या आ रहा है, n से बड़ा आ रहा है. So therefore n has a consequently लिख लीजिए. Therefore हमने क्या माना था, a is greater than square root n और b is greater than square root n. So इससे हमारे पास आ गया a is less than or equal to square root n और b is less than or equal to square root n. Therefore n has a positive divisor. अब देखिए हमारे पास यहां से हमारे पास क्या आता है, n का एक पॉजिटिव डिवाइजर है. n का पॉजिटिव डिवाइजर कौन सा है, a n को डिवाइड करता है और b आ रहा है, ये हमें 1 से पता चल रहा है. सो n हैज ए पॉजिटिव डिवाइजर, विच इज द डिवाइजर a भी डिवाइजर है, और अगर हम ऐसे करके लिख लें n ओवर b, देन b भी एक डिवाइजर है. सो n हैज ए पॉजिटिव डिवाइजर a and a is less than or equal to, साथ में लिख दीजिए स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ n, नॉट एक्सीडिंग n भी लिख सकते हैं. एंड यही तो हमने प्रूव करना था. ध्यान से देखिए, n is a prime, this one, n is a prime if and only if it is not divisible by any prime less than or equal to its square root. और अब ये डिवाइज नहीं करेगा क्योंकि we are taking an integer. We have taken an integer. So n has a positive integer and it has a positive divisor a, which is less than or equal to square root of n. So if this divisor is prime, then we have proved the result. क्योंकि अगर इसका डिवाइजर a है और a एक प्राइम नंबर है और n प्राइम को तो या तो वही प्राइम डिवाइड करता है या 1 डिवाइड करता है. यही प्राइम की डेफिनेशन होती है कि if 5 is a prime, then 5 is either divisible by 1 and divisible by 5 itself. सो यही यहाँ पर खासियत है, क्योंकि n तो हमारे पास एक प्राइम है, इट इज गिवन इन द स्टेटमेंट. सो n is prime which is a positive integer. This one, n is a prime which is a positive integer if and only if, this is we need to prove, it is not divisible by any prime less than or equal to its square root n. So if not, then we have proved. If it is not like that, it is not, then by fundamental theorem of arithmetic, a should be greater than 1, because every integer can be expressed as a product of primes, but वो integer n greater than 1 होना चाहिए था. This is the statement which we have done in the previous class. Just see the statement of the result. This is the statement of a fundamental theorem of arithmetic. N should be greater than 1 and it can be expressed as a product of primes. तो इसी स्टेटमेंट को हम यहाँ पर यूज करेंगे. So a is greater than 1 can be expressed as the product of primes. Therefore, a has a prime divisor. Why so? Prime divisor less than itself. Just see, because a can be expressed as a product of primes. Suppose it is a p1 into p2, and what does it mean? A is equal to p1 into p2, and a has a prime divisor less than itself. It is clear. अगर उसका प्राइम डिवाइजर है, सो a ओवर p1 इज इक्वल टू p2 आएगा डिवाइड करके. तो p1 जो है डिवाइजर हमेशा डिविडेंड से छोटा होता है. दैट इज व्हाई वी आर राइटिंग दिस, दैट a has a prime divisor which is less than itself. Means to say that a is has a prime divisor less than itself. So ultimately we can say that a is greater than p1. Hence in either case, hence in either, ये तो था पहले वाले में, तो ये फंडामेंटल थ्योरम वाला केस आ गया. और उससे जो पहले हमने कराया वो ये वाला केस सिंपल, उसमें भी ये हमारे पास प्रूव हो जाता था जब हमने 5 का एग्जांपल लिया. दिस इज द एग्जांपल वी हैव टेकन. सो इन बोथ द केसेस, सो हेंस इन ईदर केस का मतलब है ये दोनों केसेस में प्रूव हो जाता है. हेंस इन ईदर केस n has a prime divisor which is less than or equal to square root of n. यही हमने डिवाइजर प्रूव करना था. So we approved the result. Now next we have greatest common divisor. Greatest common divisor, and its short form is GCD. ये हमने junior classes में पढ़ा भी हुआ है इसके बारे में. Let A and B are two integers, not both zero, then the largest common divisor D is there such that D divides A and D divides B, which is known as GCD of AB. और GCD हम लोग कैसे निकालते हैं, हम लोग इसके बारे में पहले भी पढ़ा हुआ है. जो सबसे बड़ा नंबर डिवाइड करता है, सपोज वी हैव 2 and 4, 2 को डिवाइड करता है 1 और 2, 4 को करता है 1, 2 and 4. अब इसमें कॉमन है 1, 2, 1, 2, और इसमें दोनों में बड़ा कौन, 2. So 2 is the GCD of 2 and 4. So this is the meaning of greatest common divisor. And इसमें एक और definition है relatively prime. Relatively prime. Two integers A and B are said to be relatively prime if GCD of A and B is 1. This is the meaning of relatively prime integers. The second definition is pairwise relatively primes. So pairwise relative primes की जो definition है, if we have integers b1, b2, so on bn, then two of these integers are said to be pairwise relative prime if GCD of bi and bj come out to be 1 for all 1 less than or equal to I, less than or equal to j, and less than or equal to n. So this is the meaning of a pairwise relatively prime integers. GCD भी निकाल सकते हैं और relatively prime भी prove कर सकते हैं. Now we have a greatest common divisor and prime factorization. This will be the combination of a previous result which we have done today, prime decomposition and GCD. So let A and B are two integers and not both 0, with A is not equal to B, then their prime factorization is A is equal to P1 alpha 1, P2 alpha 2, and so on PR alpha R. And similarly, B can be written as P1 raised to power beta 1, P2 raised to power beta 2, and so on PR raised to power beta R, where we have alpha i's and beta j's are non-negative integers. Non-negative integers mean positive integers, and all primes occur in the factorization of either A or B are included in both factorizations with 0 exponents. Then GCD of A and B can be found P1 raised to power minimum of alpha 1 comma beta 1, P2 raised to power minimum of alpha 2 raised to power beta 2 cross multiplication, and so on PR raised to power minimum of alpha R comma beta R. This is the prime factorization or prime decomposition. So by using this definition, we can find out the prime decomposition or greatest common divisor of 120 and 500. So 120 can be written as 120 की फैक्टराइजेशन में सीधे ही आपके पास लिख रहा हूं 2 raised to power 2 into 3 raised to power 0 into 5 raised to power 3. Similarly 500 no this will be ये हमारे पास आता है 2 raised to power 3 and 3 raised to power 1 into 5 raised to power 1, and here you will have 2 raised to power 2 into 3 raised to power 0 into 5 raised to power 3. So these are the factorization. Therefore, GCD by using this formula 120 and 500 will be 2 raised to power minimum of 3 and 2. So minimum of 3 and 2 into 3 raised to power minimum of 1 and 0 into 5 raised to power minimum of 1 and 3. So 2 raised to power 2 into 3 raised to power 0 into 5 raised to power 1. So this will be the factorization, prime factorization, and it come out to be 20. So GCD of 120 and 500 straight away will be 20. So this is the procedure for finding out the greatest common divisor of large numbers. And it is very important. तो जैसे हमारे पास GCD होता है वैसे ही हमारे पास LCM होता है और इसका फुल फॉर्म आप जानते हैं लीस्ट कॉमन मल्टीपल and least mean minimum common multiple of two numbers. So let A and B are two integers and A is not equal to B and not both 0. Then we can have the definition. Then the LCM of A and B is the smallest common multiple of L. Smallest common multiple L such that A divides L and B divides L. So this is the meaning of LCM. And, we can take the example. So if we say that LCM of A and B is L, and we can take the example of LCM of 4 and 6. So we can find out the multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, and so on. The multiple of 6 are 6, 12, 18, so on. And the common multiple LCM of the least common multiple of 4 and 6 come out to be 12. So LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. जैसे हमने प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन या सीधा डिकम्पोजिशन करा था GCD के केस में, दिस वन ये वाला रिजल्ट GCD and prime factorization we have used. So GCD of A and B is P1 raised to power minimum of alpha 1 comma beta 1 into P2 raised to power minimum of alpha 2 and beta 2, and PR raised to power minimum of alpha r beta r. GCD के केस में मिनिमम वर्ड आता है और LCM के केस में if we want to find out LCM of A and B तो वहां पर मैक्सिमम वर्ड आता है, बाकी सारे का सारा वही रहेगा. तो we can also use that. मिनिमम की जगह पर आप मैक्सिमम वर्ड कर देंगे and that will be the prime factorization with the LCM. So we will have a result that is a theorem. Let A and B are integers and A is not equal to B, then we have to prove GCD of AB into LCM of A and B is equal to A into B. This is we need to prove. So GCD भी use करेंगे, LCM भी use करेंगे. So for the proof of this, A and B अगर दो integers हैं, A, B are integers, not both 0, and A is not equal to B, then their prime factorization will be A is equal to P1 raised to power alpha 1, P2 raised to power alpha 2, and PR raised to power alpha R. Similarly, we can write down P, that is P1 raised to power beta 1, P2 raised to power beta 2, and PR raised to power beta R. इसका prime factorization हो गया, where alpha i's and beta i's are non-negative integers. So I is 1 to so on up to R, and all primes occurring in the prime factorization of either A or B are included in both factorization with 0 exponents if necessary. And then GCD of A and B is equal to P1 raised to power minimum of alpha 1 comma beta 1 and P2 raised to power minimum of alpha 2 comma beta 2, and at the last PR raised to power minimum of alpha r comma beta r. Similarly, we can find out LCM of AB, and in case of LCM, we will have P1 raised to power maximum of alpha 1 beta 1, P2 raised to power maximum of alpha 2 beta 2, and PR raised to power maximum of alpha r and beta r. Now their multiplication. So multiplication of GCD with LCM will be like this. Now you can multiply these two terms. So you just see when P1 will be multiplied, GCD will be multiplied with the LCM. We will have multiply right hand sides also, and the product will be P1 raised to power alpha 1 plus beta 1 into P2 raised to power alpha 2 plus beta 2, and similarly we will have PR raised to power alpha r plus beta r. So you will have a P1 raised to power alpha 1, P2 raised to power alpha 2, and PR raised to power alpha r, and P1 raised to power beta 1, P2 raised to power beta 2, and so on PR raised to power beta r. Now the first bracket is A, this one, and the second bracket term is B. So this proves the result. So this is the way by which we can prove the result. Now one more result we will have of the relationship between LCM and GCD. This is actually the relationship between LCM and GCD. So we will use in a question, find the least common multiple of 3 raised to power 13 into 5 raised to power 17 and 2 raised to power 12 into 7 raised to power 21. So let A is equal to this and B is equal to this. So LCM of A and B is equal to, in the case of LCM, we will have maximum. So there is no 2 here. So it can be named as 2 raised to power 0 into 3 raised to power 13 into 5 raised to power 17. And this can be named as 2 raised to power 12, 3 raised to power 0, 5 raised to power 0, 7 raised to power 21. And this can be written as 7 power 0. So and in the case of LCM, we should have the word maximum. So maximum of 0 and 12 we require, and multiply 3 raised to power maximum of 13 and 0 and 5 raised to power maximum of 17 and 0 and 7 raised to power maximum of 0 and 21. So you will be able to find out the LCM. So 2 raised to power maximum is 12, 3 raised to power 13, 5 raised to power 17 and 7 raised to power 21. And using the result which we have used now, GCD of ये result हमने अभी prove करा है. We know that GCD of AB into LCM of AB is equal to A into B. So this is the second part actually. We want to find out the GCD by using this result. So GCD of AB is AB over LCM of AB. So A into B come out to be 3 raised to power 13 into 5 raised to power 17 to 2 raised to power 12 into 7 raised to power 21 divided by LCM. LCM की वैल्यू हमने अभी निकाली 2 raised to power 12, 3 raised to power 13, 5 raised to power 17 and 7 raised to power 21, and it come out to be 1. The same value we will have in the numerator as well as in the denominator. ये इसके साथ कैंसिल हो जाएगा, ये इसके साथ 5 raised to power 17, 3 raised to power 13. So ultimately GCD comes out to be 1 for this question. So this is the way by which we can prove the result of the question. Now we have another small topic under the heading, that is a Euclidean algorithm. So it consists of repeatedly applying a division algorithm. Euclidean algorithm actually होता है कि again and again repeatedly we have to apply the division algorithm or division algorithm in long division for computing a GCD of two integers a and b. A is not equal to b and not both 0. So this is the meaning of Euclidean algorithm. So we shall have a result. Discuss the Euclidean algorithm to to find the GCD of two integers. So for the proof of this, we shall take two integers. Let A and B are two integers with A is not equal to B and not both 0. तो हम दो इंटीजर ले लेते हैं और फर्स्ट इंटीजर is A, the second integer is B. Now we can name it as the first integer can be named as R0 and the second integer can be named as R1. और अगर हम R0 को डिवाइड करते हैं R1 से, so divide R0 by R1. So if we divide R0 by R1, so you will have a quotient Q1 plus a remainder R2, and your R2 should lie between 0 and R1. Repeatedly we have to divide. So in the second step, we will divide again. So R1 will be divided by R2 and you will have new quotient and new remainder R3 and your R3 should be lying between 0 and R2. Now you can repeat the process and so on. So you will have R n minus 2, suppose. We are going to find out the n minus first term here. So in the case of n minus first term, we will have R n minus 1 and similarly Q n minus 1 plus R n and your R n should lie between 0 and R n minus 1. Similarly, the next step, the last one, nth division will be R n minus 1, that will be R n Q n plus R n plus 1. और हम यह मान करके चलते हैं कि ये इस केस में द लास्ट स्टेप में एग्जैक्ट डिवीजन होता है और एग्जैक्ट डिवीजन का मतलब है रिमाइंडर कम आउट टू बी 0. सो दिस इज द सीक्वेंस ऑफ डिवीजन. First step of division, second step of division, n minus first step of division and nth step of division. This process is known as a Euclidean algorithm. And in the sequence of successive divisions, there occurs a remainder of 0. This one, because we are dividing R0. R0 was your A. R0 is greater than R1 by this relationship. Because R0 को divide कर रहे हैं R1 से, तो divisor is always lesser than dividend. So R0 is greater than R1, similarly greater than R2, and so on. At last you are getting that is equal to 0, cannot contain more than a terms. So this is the division algorithm process. यही हमने प्रूव करना था. We want to give the division Euclidean algorithm. Actually, Euclidean algorithm is the repeatedly division algorithm, or dividing one integer by the second integer repeatedly. So we have been able to prove this result. One more small result is there. The result is let A is equal to BQ plus R and B is not equal to 0, D is the divisor, A is the dividend, A को B divide कर रहा है और A is not equal to B and R remainder is an integer and your R is lying between 0 and absolute value of B, then prove that GCD of AB is equal to GCD of BR. This is we need to prove. So let us prove the result. Let GCD of AB is D, another integer, and by division algorithm or by the rule of GCD, D divides A and D divides B. Number 2, we have another property. ये तो first result है division algorithm का कि D divides A or D divides B. And if we have another Are you listening? एक हमारे पास रिजल्ट होता है, इसको आप लिख सकते हैं यहाँ पर C divides A and C divides B. अगर C कोई और GCD है A और B का, then we can say that C divides D. So we show that, or we want to show that GCD of B and R is D also. क्योंकि GCD of A B तो D ले लिया हमने, तो अब हमने GCD, क्योंकि दोनों GCD इक्वल प्रूव कर रहे हैं, तो GCD of B and R should also be D. This is we want to show. Now by 1, name it as 1, the property of GCD. अगर D GCD है A और B का, तो D divides A, D divides B. And, it mean D divides A minus BQ for some integer Q belonging to Z. This is the meaning. D divides A and D divides B, then D must divides A minus BQ for some rational or integer Q, and this implies that because A is there, B is there. So if A divides B, then we can write down as A is equal to BQ plus R. This is we can assume if we say that B A को divide करता है. अगर B A को divide करता है, तो A is equal to BQ plus R, and R is the remainder. So by this result, A minus BQ will be that remainder. So D divides R. We can write down like this. So if D divides R, this implies D divides R. Now we can take another. Let C divides B and C divides R. By using the result, C divides BQ plus R. Q is the quotient plus this number for some another integer Q, and by this we will have C divides A, because A is equal to BQ plus R. It is clear. So now just see, using 2, if C divides A, then we will have, and C divides B के हिसाब से we will have, by using this, C divides D, and C divides A, C divides D. So ये हमारे पास D is the GCD, sorry, C, D हमारे पास आ जाता है. So therefore GCD of B and R come out to be D, and D is also the GCD of A and B. This is we want to prove. ये देखिए ऊपर फर्स्ट स्टेप में है, इसको हमने माना हुआ है कि D is the GCD of A and B. Just see, GCD of A and B is D, और ये हमने प्रूव कर दिया कि D is also the GCD of B and R. So this gives the result. This is the result we have. Now इसी result को you can use the result of Euclidean algorithm जो हमने अभी करा division को, repeatedly division process. So GCD of AB, because A was named as R0 and B was named as R1. So आगे फिर further क्या था, GCD of R1 and R2 and so on. That was a GCD of Rn minus 1 and Rn, and that was a GCD of Rn plus 1, and at last GCD of Rn and 0, and that was Rn. So GCD of A and B comes out to be, ये है यूक्लिडियन एल्गोरिदम के प्रोसेस में GCD of A and B आगे आगे बढ़ता बढ़ता हमारे पास Rn फॉर्म में आ जाता है. So we can say that the greatest common divisor of A and B is the last non-zero remainder. This is the last non-zero remainder in the sequence of divisions. जैसे ही हम लोग उसको डिवाइड करते जाते हैं तो सीक्वेंस ऑफ डिवीजन में ये हमारे पास लास्ट नॉन जीरो रिमाइंडर बचता है, दिस वन. This one. This is the last non-zero remainder in the theorem case actually, but now we are taking up to n. So we are using this result of Euclidean algorithm. So thank you very much.